Yo, peace and success, APEXX POLARIS. How y'all doing today? Today I'm going to just share a little bit with y'all. I'm in my own state right now, and I'm looking over some comments. I'm getting a lot of comments. I want to slow down a little bit with the lessons. Last 5 or 6 lessons has really been a little, little good. Let's just say good, solid. You know what I'm saying? And I want to slow down because a lot of my true people are kind of just confused in their studies. They're not doing anything wrong, anything like that. They're just kind of confused in their studies. So I just would like to share with y'all today some of the questions. The main one was this thing with the devil, this thing with negativity is what I'm mainly having problems with. People cannot get past a thing called the devil. I'm having a little glass of wine today too while I'm talking to y'all. So today when you see my arm go up like this, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to come back and I'm going to be going through phases with y'all. I'm going to show y'all different things, share with y'all different things. This is a soul future lesson just to set a foundation of what we do, of what I do. Welcome to Soul Future. My name is APEXX POLARIS. My name is APEXX the Explorer. My name is APEXX Solar One. What I share with people is a mental mindset called Soul Future that will constantly keep your soul moving towards the future, which could be circular, which could be epoch, which could be cipher or round. What goes around comes around, and that what goes around comes around is you and the light that's inside of you, like the light that's inside of me. What I mainly share with people, what I'm basically here for, my calling, what my energy goes towards, is giving people another way to think, giving people an opportunity to see, have they been using their own mind? What are your thoughts? When I say soul future, it's what we call in studying, we're going to chew the meat and spit out the bones. Taking what's good for us, taking what was right, what was correct, what mentally and logically added up, historically added up, cosmically added up, no matter who said it. So if you read it somewhere, cool. And you take out what you feel accomplishes your mission in truth because you read truth somewhere else outside of you. There is but one truth, but a lot of us, all of us have the key to that truth since we all have minds, white, black, red, or green. I share this with you. I share this in a human state. I'm not here for the black race, the green race, the red race, or whatever race. I'm not in a race. I'm here for the people who struggle in a mental way to grasp what's going on with life, who they are in this world. Be they do it through religion, any form of meditation, witchcraft, Satanism, atheism, whatever it is someone's doing, they're trying to figure out life. I'm here to share with the people in the vibration and the frequency, the children, sun-compatible children, to bring out what's in you. And since this is a mental thing, it's not designated just toward the sun-compatible children or people. It's actually designated toward anyone with a heart, anyone with a mind, and anyone with energy. If you have a heart, if you have a mind, and you have energy, this is for you. Of course, my natural calling would be to go to my own. But then I realized that everyone is my own because I am God, and God created all. And God breathed into man his breath of life, so they say, and man became what God is. You're just not the most high God. So everyone that has energy is a part of me. You might have less energy than me. I might have greater energy than them. I might have less energy than them. They might have greater energy than me. Doesn't make anyone better. Life is full of dual polarities. So what my sharings are pulling out the you in you, pulling out who you are, not from I was born, I got given a social security card number, a birth certificate, they named me, they brought me home, they raised me, they fed me, whether I was breastfed or not. I was put in preschool, and then I was put in kindergarten, then elementary school, then middle or junior high school, then high school, and then college, and then I graduated, and I have a great job, and I'm following my profession. That's what life is. I have a 401k, a pension. I'm gonna work 30 years. I'm renting right now. I'm paying a car note. I got $100 phone bill. I got to get groceries. I'm gonna meet a man. I'm gonna meet a woman. I'm gonna have a baby. The government is good. I live in the greatest country in America, in the world. This is America. I have a right to vote. I have a freedom of speech. If you're black, you're an ex-slave. If you're white, you come from Euro power. If you're not, you're what they would call trailer trash or whatever. These are the concepts of life. This is what life is. I'm gonna pursue my hobby. I'm gonna find out the me in me, and I'm gonna spit in a cup. I'm gonna see what my ancestry is. We dive into all this, and what we're supposed to do, die. What my sharings ask you is in all of that, in this thing called life, the system, in being a citizen, in being a voter, and being someone who has an identification card to your state. What I offer you is to ask yourself, when did you ever get to decide who you are, or what things around you is, or what cosmology is, or what astrology is, or what biochemistry is, or what alchemistry is, or what the key to good health is? Not thinking of your school, not thinking of anything taught to you outside of you. Those are all opinions, could be great opinions or professional opinions from people who learn these things. But where did they learn them from? My teachings take you back to the root of everything, to the root of your very thinking. Not the sperm meeting the egg, but where did the sperm come from? Not what I learned in a college or collegiate, but where did the curriculum for that college come from? Not that I believe in Jesus or Allah or the Buddha or Satan. Why do I believe in it? Where did it come from? What book did I read it in? Who took me to a mosque? Who took me to a church? Not that I don't believe in social studies and biology and chemistry and history. And Christopher Columbus discovered America. If you're black, you come from Africa. All life started in Africa. We come from monkeys. The mathematic numerical system, our ABCs, things we learn in high school, in high school alone, in school. Who wrote the curriculum for your high school? Who wrote the curriculum for your elementary school? Who's behind all of this? Who's behind the government? What is a government? What does govern mean? And what does meant mean? Govern my mental? When did I get a chance to think? I was told what to do. You're going here, you're going here. Some people, parents taught them they got to go to their alma mater, the college that they went to. I get up every day. I go to work. I go back and forth like a mule, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pay my bills, pay my bills. I'm trying to pay this off, trying to do this. I'm going to catch a vacation in between. I'm going to do this. But don't worry, when I'm 60 or 65, I can retire. I got a 401k plan. I got my pension plan. When in life did you ask yourself, what's going on? What is the cosmology? What is the astrology? What's going on with my body? And then meditate and think and Ask yourself, what have you ever told yourself? Not what you've learned. Because anything you speak, you can trace it back. If you're speaking intelligently, you got a PhD, you can trace that back to your college. Well, let's trace the college curriculum back to who wrote it. Who are you? Have you ever yourself thought, outside of a job, outside of a 401k, outside of all of these things that life have to offer you? This is your name. This is your astrology sign. You're a Libra. You're a Capricorn. Why? You were born under that. How do you know? You wasn't. You was there, but you couldn't know. You get it off a piece of paper called a certificate, a birth certificate. All your information. Oh, there's my dad who signed. There's my mom who signed. Is this your life, or is there another life? Is there another life outside of having a cell phone, an identification card, or being a citizen? Is there a thing called I'm a natural being? I wasn't born here with any of this. I didn't come here. Somebody made up paperwork for me. Somebody hit me, slapped me on my behind to see if I was alive while I came out crying. Somebody had to touch me. Somebody picked me up and handed me to somebody else. Then I went underneath her breast. Somebody drove me home after 2 days in the hospital playing AM, FM radio waves. It was raining that day. I had to go to a hospital where there's 100 sick people, so I had to go through all these pathogens. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I was safe in my mother's tent if she wasn't on drugs, if she was eating properly, thinking properly. So when I get dropped off here on this side, where am I? Who am I? And I'm here to tell you that right from that point, you get told who you are. You get told where you are. You get told your name. You get told what your body parts mean. This is a heart. This is this. This is that. Be it through education, through your parents' wisdom. But everything is what you are being told. And we grow up and have what's got to say. Why are you a Christian? I don't know. My mom was a Christian. Why did you go to this college? Oh, my mom and pops, that's their alma mater. They went to this college. Why do you think this way? Well, school taught me this. Why do you think that way? Well, my lodge taught me this. What did you ever teach yourself? Did you ever sit down, breathe, clear your mind, clear your head, and say, what's going on? What is everything around me? Everything I get got a name. That's the sun. That's the moon, somebody told me. That's Sunday. That's Moon Day, Monday. That's the god Thor. He represents thunder. That's Thursday or Thor's Day. I got to go to preschool. There's a thing called a truant officer that'll come by the house if my attendance is low. They'll knock on the door and see why I'm not going to get this education. And they say they're going to graduate me as I go through these classes that they have picked out. Biology, social studies, this, that. In kindergarten, I got blocks, I got bricks, I got ABCs. It's someone over me. The same person breasts I used to be under. I can feel them by the time I'm 6 or 7 handing me off to someone. I can feel their energy walking away from me because they got to now go to work. And the thing that you love so much that you delivered out your body. 6 years later, 5 years later, you're handing over to a preschool or to a kindergarten for a person that you don't even know to teach your children, to become the teachers. And that's what they got to call them, their teacher now. Who are you? Who's passing me around? Who's stop? Stop. It's gotta be an answer. It's gotta be a way to figure it out. It's not the Bible, it's not the Quran. All of this stuff is dictated to me. The Quran said, the Bible said, this being was said here called God already said something. His name is already God. He's already the highest power. He's already, there's already a Lucifer. If you do good, you're gonna go to heaven. If you do bad, there's a hell. I didn't teach me this. Who am I? How do I think different? How do I become something else? How do I detach from detach from the system, the matrix that they're talking about, the simulation? Who am I without my degree? Who am I without saying I got a job? Who am I without saying I got my retirement plan? My house is paid for already. This is what I study. This is what I do. I have children. They went to college. Who am I without all of that? Who put me here? Who's responsible for me? Welcome to Soul Future. What I share is exactly those answers. I share with you who you are. I share with you the energy that you are. And it's not education. It's not from the set, the preset dogma of the world that we're in. Here's who you are, people. You're always told there's a devil and there's a God. And you're told that by brilliant people who studied energies and understood that everything is energy and intellect. The universe is one thing, one that projected things out. I get this from my own observation of life. I put down everything I read. I read for 25 straight years, 20 straight years. All authors, all books, Qurans, everything you can name. And I had to stop one day, and I was getting intelligence from it, a lot of truth. I had to stop one day, though, and say, these are authored books. These are not my thoughts. I can do what they do. I can sit down and observe the world. I've been here long enough. I could observe cosmology. I can go into a telescope. I can go into a microscope and observe the body. I can do it myself and give people their own thought on, let you hear me and give me your own thought on what I share. I'm not Nikola Tesla. I'm not Einstein. I'm not Plato. I'm not Hermes Trismegistus. I'm not Thoth. I'm not Amun-Ra. I'm not Michael. Or am I? But I am me, and I'm exercising me through Soul Future. I use a lot of examples. A lot of it will come from intellect. I love to repeat intelligence. A lot of it does come from intelligent things someone else said, because I've spent a lot of time in my life repeating dumb shit. Repeating dumb shit. So when I hear something intellectual, I repeat it. And I say, well, I got this from this brother. That was very well spoken. And it was the truth. It matches the one. It matches me. He must be in my frequency, in my wave, in my same pool. He must be in my wavelength, or she must be in my wavelength. We always hear about ancestors. It was the goddess worship. I even share it. We worship the goddess, or we gave adoration to the goddess before the father, before they got us into religions and all that. And all of that stuff aside, even your ancient ancestors aside, because whatever we look at, I observed, here is Soul Future. First thing I observed was, it's their thoughts. And they left them behind. They were great thoughts. Be it hieroglyphics, petroglyphs, stanzas, Vedas, epics, sagas, Dead Sea Scrolls, any form of other godly pantheism. What matter is, what ether is, what the sun is. Is it helium? Is it oxygen? Is it plasma? Is it? Someone had to first, whether it was our ancestors or not, observe. What did they use to observe? The same thing you have, a brain that's connected to an intellectual web of energy called your mind. Some people call it the magnetic universe that you're plugged into. Like in the Matrix, they were plugged into a fake, a simulation. Well, your brain if you understood the right wave patterns, the frequencies, is connected to the cosmos. It's connected to the ultimate most high energy. And you can go into that brain, you can go into your thoughts, you can go into your mind and just ask questions and get the answers. It won't be instantly, but through life you'll get the answers if you keep asking. Ask yourself the questions. If we teach, the higher up, most high teachers teach that you're here, let us make man in our image. Those are 7 planets talking. How do we come to trust this? Because you can look in a telescope right now and get the coordinates to the constellation Ursa Minor. That's north. And you can see a bright star called Polaris, and you can see 7 other stars surrounded. You can physically see it through your own astrological observation. And that's all I give you, mainly mixed in with other intellect that I read. Because people do put their thoughts down on paper, and that could be true. But that's what I'm saying. It could also be false. So I couldn't waste time reading anymore unless I knew the mind of the being that I'm reading from, and I knew it was all coming from out of the universe, because this person is universal, only gives universal thoughts. I don't like going into the Bibles and doing all that, these examples, but it lowers me. It lowers my intellectual frequency that I'm on to have to give examples and all that kind of stuff. Who are you? So what I give you is from my own observation. What I give you, I close my eyes and I see the cosmos. Everybody close their eyes and you see these colors. You should see colors. Especially if you're under light. You close your eyes and squeeze, you're going to see all the colors. Paint that. Paint that. That's what I do. I close my eyes, I take paint and come back and paint what I saw. Cosmology. I paint the colors that I saw. And all of these things become, in my science lab, what I observe from my personal observation. In this cosmology, it's all there is. It's all the energy, all the colors. This turns into a science or somebody that masters cosmology now. He's starting to describe these energies and all this, the first thing formed, and they're looking. Telescopic observation, the Hubble scope they got now. They keep making them to be able to magnify more and more. But it's just their observation. And say if this is it, and you're that scientist, and you see all this, it's your job to observe it. Put it in books. How do you put it in books? People, this is about to get deep. Because I am the best of examples. And as I share with you, you don't need all that stuff that they have in these $1 billion scientific buildings to use your own mind, because you have a computer and you have the equipment that didn't cost you $1 billion, but it's connected to everything. That's why you can close your eyes and see this. You see, close your eyes fast. You see one of these colors. However your pattern is, draw it. That's the truth. That's what it is in your body. I don't waste time just studying the sky. I study my physical body because the universe is in your body. There's a this whole physical body has a universe trapped inside of it. Go back and think about one of the old Men in Blacks with the galaxy. And the galaxy was in the chain, the whole galaxy. Well, today, I don't know if y'all listen to a great man called Eric Dollars. And these men are now using magnification to get the sun to reflect its light and trap that light in a jar. It's not the full method, it's something else to it, but you can trap sunlight in a jar and you can create your own sun. I know a scientist right now, a personal friend of mine, who has a galaxy in a jar. He has a sun in the jar. He has a moon in the jar. What do you mean, APEXX? You are a jar. And don't you agree that the universe is in you? Can't you name the elements that you can see on a periodic table? Can't you name those same elements in your body? The hydrogen, the helium, the carbon, the iron, the sulfur, the copper, everything. The moon is sulfur based. You got sulfur in you. Everything you take is to be compatible to what's inside you already. So why would you take an iron pill if you ain't have iron in you? You are the universe in a jar, but your jar is called body. So you can go into this universe, inside, make yourself very small, nano small. Wiggle around in your body and learn how to clean your body. Learn. Ask your liver, what are you? How do you work? Ask your heart, what are you? How do you work? Come up with answers. All the first people who did was study. The ancestors may or may not have a telescope. And they have to put this down. How do they put this down? Well, let's go deep. Welcome to Soul Future. What I share is thoughts that are outside of the box. Okay? I'm going to borrow this from Bro Sanchez. Great teacher. Great teacher. Oh, man. Great teacher. You have a box, ladies and gentlemen, right now from this point on. It's your education. Your mother taught you, what the streets taught you, what life taught you, what you was taught about God or the devil and negativity. Everything you know, every single thing is in this box. Keep it there. When I tell you something that you can't relate to and it's not in this box, do not call me crazy. Just welcome yourself to Soul Future. I teach outside of this box. This is Pandora. I don't have nothing to do with Pandora. So when you hear me say something that's like, what? Just remember, that's not in your box because your box is limited. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. Doesn't mean I'm right. It means I'm offering you a new type of mental mindset and a way to think, which is called Soul Future, that I drew up, that I created. Welcome to Soul Future. Here is Soul Future. Somebody had to explain this to peasants or to people in a low mindset. If you looked in the back of this, y'all will understand this ain't nothing but the Joker. I don't know if y'all can see it good. I'm going to hold it up for a second. You see the face. This is the Joker. This is the clown face right here. I don't even know if y'all see the lips. Right? But before you knew that, before you can see the face, think. Y'all see the face now? Before you can see it, I had it this way. Or I had it this way. And it was cosmology. Because it is cosmology. Why would they put a face inside cosmology? Because when you see these patterns, you can start to trace. You can trace what you want, whatever comes out. And when you study these patterns, right? Say you study it from this, right? And you got to put this stuff in a book. You'll say, this piece right here must be the Most High. See that part? See the matter? The dark matter? It's the highest of the forms on the paper that's centered, not on the side, but that's in the center of all things. So guess what I do? I'm getting paid to write this cosmology so people can learn it and know it. Automatically, religiously, this becomes the Most High. And guess what? The Most High is black. God is black. What God? What God? We're talking about fucking forms and astrology. This becomes the Most High. The Most High form. But in this world, they give it to you as, I gotta behoove people. This is a cult. I gotta keep this hidden. This has to be called God. I'm gonna introduce a God thing that's gonna control them and say he's the top of the universe or the cosmos. And all this is called matter. No, it's just, see all these colors? This is just not color. In astrology, this becomes dark matter or universe or black holes or I don't know what they're going to name this stuff. But now, everything under God, you see this? All of this black down here must have been up here. So why is it down here? And if they can sit and see this is black all through here, coming from here, see the black up high? It's coming here. Those are the fallen angels. So just say if this was 12 little black pieces that fell, there was 200 black pieces. If they can spec this out into little 200 black pieces, it's not connected with this no more, then those are 200 fallen angels. Everything, every character, if we find the sun here and it's yellow and it's bright, and we study the sun for a while, and the sun gives out a thing we call rays. It's really just beams. Now we start to call them sun rays. Welcome to the Amun-Ra or Amun-Ra religion. We are the rays, the Amun beings. We the Amun-Ra. Rays from where? Rays from out of the sun. You're thinking physically born out of the sun. No. From the cosmology. Doesn't the sun appear to reflect this light over the water? So we're going to give this sun, this yellow sun, a name. We're going to call him Jesus. There is no fucking Jesus. They're taking cosmology and making them superheroes. So God will become, in fucking the comic book world, Superman. But he'll be white. And the black energy will be called the devil. Batman. A bat is what? Black. Hangs upside down. What do they do with Bibles when they don't believe in them? What's a thing that you do with Bible that's blasphemy? You hang it upside down. Like remember when Trump turned the Bible upside down? Wasn't a bat hang upside down? This real cosmology, this is all energy now. It becomes cartoon beings. It becomes the god Thor. It becomes Isis, the mother of whatever. It's cosmology. And by the time you grow up into the world, all of this cosmology is now cartoon characters in a book, Marvels. Okay, you have the Marvels, right? And these are, which one of these? Y'all might know it better than me. The Marvels, and you have the DC, whatever. Remember, you have the Superman, you have the Wonder Woman, the Aquaman. All of those are the good angels. And then you have your Incredible Hulks, your Batmans, your Catwomans. Those are the bad angels. But it's all just this simple astrology. That's it. Cartoon shit. Costumes come in now. That's why I call these niggas costume characters. When you see Israelites and all of this, all they're actually doing is copying the cosmos. Think about a karate movie, right? Go back to the Wu-Tang Clan karate movies, right? Think hard. There's one in particular called, y'all can look it up. If y'all go look it up, it's called Shaolin versus Lama. Shaolin versus Lama. And think of these karate dudes when y'all watch these karate movies, right? Think of them. And they have on these robes, right? With these iron, or you got brass head, or they have the iron things. Look at the Israelites. Costume niggas. That looks like a costume. You can wait for Halloween to go into a costume store and say, I want to be an Israelite this year. They're going to give you a cape, as they wear, big old buckles and all kind of shit. All brass things, like when you see on the ancient karate movies, that they can block shit with the brass head, brass arms. It's all come from cosmology, man. You can be a nun. There's a nun outfit you can go get. Right? You can be a Christian. You can say, I want some rosary beads, so a flower dress, a nice Bible to hold in my hand. I want a net hat with fruit on it. And, you know, you can be a Christian. Hide your pack of cigarettes, though. It's all coming from cosmology. And they give it to you as God. And all the ancient people with this wisdom do is personify this cosmology and start acting like it, start becoming it, and start wanting to be Jesus, wanting to be Allah, or wanting to be, you know, these people. But it all strokes from cosmology. And I'm here to tell you that you can use your own mind, look at the cosmology, and teach it real. Teach it as an energy. Don't put a name on it, a being on it. It ain't God. It's just energy that always was. And you derive or you manifest from that energy. That's what the Bible means. God breathed into man his breath of life and you became. Now let's drop those lessons that I was teaching. You just came out of this energy. This energy is already here for life. And anything that came out of this energy. So you look at this and say, God breathed into man his breath of life and man became. Now you think it's a real God and you're away from the energy. And this energy being is centered, balanced in the middle. They see this. So this became his good side and his bad side. So the reason these things fell is because one day, these black things who are now we're going to call evil or negativity tried to leave God because they wanted to come down here and do something. You just make up stories from what you see now. This is a rainbow. This red right here is going to represent infrabeam. We're going to have infrabeam red lights like this on our gun. It's going to become a thing called paint. This energy personifies what's called color. This is going to later become red. This is going to become green. This is going to become black. You don't know this until you go to school and they say black and show you something black and keep programming your mind to say that's black, to say that's red now, to say that's green now. If I hold up something yellow and say that's green, you're going to go, no, that's yellow. Because you're programmed. If you've never seen this as a child just going to see colors. Amber, it's going to see, they won't even know to say colors. They're going to see life. They're going to see different energies, and different energies for us personifies different colors. They took those colors now in these energy, in these forms, and personified them as beings, as cartoon characters, as religious characters, popes, this, that. This all became the Juris Canora. This all became your Kundalini rising. Or I don't, you know how they see this line. You got to get back up here. And all of this came from planets, and it's just cosmology. There is no goddamn Jesus. There's no Allah. There's no Imhoteps. There's no, unless there's people that took on these energy patterns and played it. This is all one energy. One energy. It's not good. It's not bad. It's serving as good and bad to you because it serves as a balance. Because the ultimate thing is energy doesn't need a balance. It needs to be controlled. There's no balance in energy. You can only contain energy. Energy is just energy. In other words, God wouldn't need a balance, but if he creates something or he manifests something out of himself, or if this energy extends itself, certain parts of that energy now may need a balance to not run wild. But things will be already running wild if the ultimate energy that started everything was all here and there. See, when you see Tesla and Einstein, you see them in their labs, and you see all those electric energies, those things, the volts, shocking things going, that's energy out of control. But it comes from one main point. That energy just always was there. That becomes Polaris, the bright star. But it is a bright star you can see. So nothing could have had a name. Think logically. Nothing could have had a name. There is no devil. There is no evil and not evil. It's positive and negative, and that don't mean good or bad. Negative, it's like a tug of war. Everything that you're going to go through in life is giving and taking, giving and receiving, pushing forward, pulling backwards, tug of war. That's the laws of this, of nature. It's the laws of nature. So you get the bad times mixed up with negativity. Negativity ain't doing nothing but standing there holding his pole. Positivity ain't doing nothing but standing there holding his pole. Because there is no negativity and positivity. There's that one energy that released things out but had to hold that one form of what you would call to sustain you. Let some of the energy out. You had a baby, you let that energy out. But you'll keep that child in check if you try to, you gotta guide that child now. Can't let it go wild. The child needs the guidance. You don't, supposedly, but now the parents need the guidance. The child needs to be controlled. The waves of the child, not you. You stay centered as a parent. You just gave out energy that now needs balance. So God is working on something like I told you. He's working on buildings. Not even working on that. It just is. You close your mind. Close your eyes. Think of the house that you always wanted. And just as you always wanted, the color, the lip, the how high you wanted it, the bricks you wanted to use, put it right there in your head. You're not building it. You're just zapping it in your head. Put a blue car in your head, whatever kind of blue car you want right now. Put a project building in your head. Put a pencil in your head. Well, I didn't see you go get wood and shave and make the pencil and point it and put an eraser. It's just in your head. Whatever this ether or ultimate energy does, it just becomes. There's no work to it. That's when you get in the Bible when God said be and it was. This, the only energy that said be and everything was, but everything that was had to have a balance. So I have to have a party one night. I know my friends are going to try to sneak in. So I got to take one of my friends that I know and ask him, yo, ID everybody, don't let nobody in. Don't let nobody in because too many people in this party will be a fire hazard. I can get sued. I'll be liable. He's there doing his job. He's not positive or negative. The job that he has to do is going to be negative to you because he ain't going to let you in without your idea. And you're going to be like, yo, I know APEXX. That's my man. You know I know him. We be at the house together. Nah, man, I can't let you in. I gave him a devil's position. He ain't the devil to me. He's doing his job for me. But the world is going to think he's the devil. You understand that? And then I'm building, and I say, oh, hey, you, come here, hold that positive pole. And you run and grab the pole and hold it. You're just holding positivity. You're the one that smiles. You're the one that, your kindness can be taken from your weakness. Anything good could be bad. Anything bad could turn good. This energy, let's take sun energy that can heat you up and save your life. You stay under that sun too long, it could burn you up and kill you. If you're overheated, you can go in a nice cool place, a cold place to start feeling good. The temperatures, rising, temperatures going back down, you're cooling off. But if you stay in Antarctica or stay in a cold place too long, jump in frozen water too long, you're just going to die. Balance is necessary. There is no devil. You're putting a man on just the laws of negativity. You can't be on a seesaw and say, let's have a seesaw ride. I don't care if you put a good angel here and a devil here. Sometimes that good angel is going to be up, but guess what? Sometimes that good angel is going to play the devil. God is the devil. Energy, negative energy that can do you bad is positive energy. You can cook as long as you got the fire on the right thing. That fire won't make your food right. Turn that same fire all the way up. Use it in a negative way. And burn your house down, burn your meal up. Same energy, same fire. One energy just expresses either what you would call a negative person or a positive person. But it's all still one energy. Okay? So how somebody comes at you, and they'll come at you negative one day, positive the other day. Exercising one energy in an either negative or positive way. Think of the Bible. the book of Job, right? Y'all go to the book of Job when the God and the devil had the conversation about Job. Remember, it's no devil. They're just watching negative energy. And they know that negative energy one day has to touch positive energy. It has to. So we're going to try to keep them away. So you got positive here, negativity here. It's going to be bright sun. People are going to be enjoying themselves one day. All of a sudden, it can just rain and destroy everything. Is rain negative energy? Or are farmers now happy that that party, everything got smashed, the events had to go away, the sun was out, that positive sun was out, but then here come that negative rain. But then you're going to get up tomorrow and go eat because the crops grow because of the negative rain. You have, the moral of all of this is you can't look at positive and negative as positive and negative. You have to look at is. As energy is going to be energy. Same energy is right there. I can touch that wire. I put my hand in some water and touch that wire, I'm going to shock myself. I made a positive, from a positive reaction to a negative reaction. Chemical reactions. The chemicals, everything have reactions. All the elements have reactions. And when we say positive and negative, we're talking about the minuses and the plus from the energies that we can get out of the energies. We can get a plus out of a whole lot of rain, but we can get a negative out of too much rain for the crops. We can get a plus out of a sun shining for days and days, but we can get a negative out of that same sun taking over and not allowing the rain to do its job. And we go into what you call have heat strokes and deserts and things like that. Carbon will disappear. The devil has to be. He's not doing anything wrong. Book of Job. These are God's straight words. Have you considered my servant Job? He is perfect. Why would God sick the devil on a perfect being that's worshiping, that's never did nothing wrong, to the point where God said he's only perfect. He only worships you because he's rich. He has all his cattle. He's beautiful. He has a beautiful wife and healthy family. That's why, and God said, no, go ahead and see. Go ahead and see. I give you permission to touch a positive person. Think. God gives Job permission to touch positivity because it has to happen. Lightning got a storm in a shiny day. Everybody got to be doing good. Some negative motherfucker got to come around and fuck the party up. Somebody got to just say something stupid and throw the vibe off. But the vibe was good. It just turned bad. God is God and the devil. You're not looking for them two. You're looking for the ultimate energy with the Most High, who you can't put a name to. The Most High energy. That's what you connect yourself with. You are God and the devil. Go over Job. That was about God letting the devil know, or controlling all energy. My energy has to go everywhere for me to have an experience because I can't move. So through us, this ultimate energy has to experience positive and negative balance because the ultimate energy don't need it. It's in cosmology. It's sitting there. It's the Most High. If this ultimate energy needed anything, we'll all collapse. Y'all understand that? You are God and the devil. That's why we get trapped. What is it, a gold earth? Is it a globe earth? What's going on? Who am I? I'm the same person, but in a different costume. This same person can exorcise demons and teach you that I'm a devil. Or I can come back and just teach you that I'm a great man. And you're going to be looking at a costume. A costume. When you should be concentrating on my energy. No matter what costume I got on. You can't defeat how your energy is going to come off to a person. Welcome to Soul Future. I'm about to teach y'all the dual polarities. But remember, y'all see me sitting here. I'm me. I can change and be someone else. Told y'all, when you see my hand go up and I come back, I'm going to be that somebody else. I am the head Lord Satan. I want your soul. I represent the color red because it's the lesser light, and I am the lesser light. I want to teach you today about my energy, how my energy can enter you in the nighttime, force you to have satanic dreams about me, have you waking up making kills because I am Satan. That's who I am. Never go against me. Peace and blessings. I'm back. How did y'all like my other, the satanic side of me? That was me you just saw. But I don't want to put that costume on. It was APEXX Polaris, the same positive energy that's sitting here as Solar God. But I changed myself into another part of the energies. Why? Because if you don't, people will take your kindness for weakness. So y'all better get that other costume too. When you're too good, people take your kindness for weakness. So you have to keep that satanic suit. That's all Satan means. It means what y'all do, period. When you try to stay focused, stay on your job, somebody at the work, somebody gonna say something, and you put that negativity to the side. You put that negativity to the side, and you say, I'm about to fuck a bitch up. Think about it, homegirls. Y'all all pretty. Beautiful. You out clubbing. Your man said, look immaculate. You got your high heels on. He said, put on some stilettos. How fast will you flip them stilettos off if a bitch get it twisted? How fast do them stilettos get flicked off and these motherfucking nails get pissed off? Oh, bitch, don't get this weave. Let's go. Now you're Satan. That's your other mask. I just tell you that I'm the devil. APEXX, are you the devil? Yes, I'm the devil. I'm negative energy as well as positive energy. Your job is to just master the positive so you don't have to put that costume on a lot. Don't let all these dudes fool you and behoove you with all these things. Whatever costume a person got on don't mean nothing. You check the energy inside, because I can continue to change costumes and behoove you like these conscious dudes, man. And I can do some bullshit like this. Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah ar-Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. Malaki Yamadeen. Ayaka nabudu, ayaka nasta'in. Adina saratul mustaqim. Saratul alavin and amta alayhim. Gureel makdubi alayhim wala salim. Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. My name is Abdul Bahaba Khalik Muhammad. I want to share with you today the beauty of CMOS and how the black man is the original man and the white man is no more than the devil. He's your capturer. And you were put here and you were took out of Africa for 400 years. And for those 400 years, you became dumb, deaf, and blind. And I'm here to teach you the way back. By the way, cash at me right now if you can, $50. Hey, babe, we need some pork chops in here? Okay, oh yeah. If y'all can cash at me and any funds credible to my show, because I'm about to drop this wisdom on you. Here's the unk that I'm holding up. Here's my dicker beads and my chew stick, because the black man is professional, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, today's lesson would be free your mind and stay away from the swine. My name is, what did I say my name was? Oh yeah, Maloop Abdul Khalik Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? That's my name. Do y'all understand that? Now that's how them niggas come at you. But it's costumes. You have to understand the energy. I can be one of those 80 unk wearing and staff right here, CMOS ass Kundalini chart teaching niggas with rip my body up and then come on there and represent the Egyptian homo thing with no shirt on and knowing that it's men looking at me too. Nah, man, that's all that shit is crazy, man. But that would be me in a positive suit with the beanie on and all that. But what's the difference? That's still teaching you bullshit. The moral is whoever's teaching you something, I don't care what costume they got on, whatever the fuck costume they got on, you got to listen to what they teach you. I can turn into the devil again and put my devil face on, but be teaching you something good. I'll do that for y'all right now. My name is Michael. Everybody says that I'm bad, but I'm not bad. I'm just having mental sickness. I am mentally sick. I have a sickness. But I love you. I wish the world was peaceful. I don't want to see any killings. Stop hurting these babies, all of these priests. Murdering these children. Why are you doing this? Why? The earth is beautiful. God is beautiful. Love one another. Hug one another. Do not kill. Do not fight. Do not abort your babies. Please love. Accept Jesus. Accept Muhammad. Accept Allah. Accept God into your life and rebuke the devil. Oh. Rebuke the devil. Peace and blessings. Now I'm back. That was just another mass. But in that mass, I was teaching you about love. Stop the violence. Heal the world. So the mask that I had on had nothing to do with the energy coming out. You can't be fooled or confused by costumes, man. Please don't let costumes fool you. Do your own observation. It doesn't take a lot. It's simple. It's simple as taking down notes. It's simple as sketching brain stuff. All my work here of the skull, of the mind, of the cranium, it has nothing to do with what a system taught me. You can go, you can study. Haven't read in over 15 years. Someone gave me this book by Walter Russell, the universal one, and I'm going to read this in 40 days. It's heavy material, heavy reading. This, if you want to know what kind of stuff I read, I'm into. It's stuff like this. It has a lot of diaphragms, a lot of energy patterns stuff in it and stuff like that. And I won't read nothing unless it's, something like this that's worth it to me. And in books. And another thing they gave me was a book called The Inferno. This one deals with the circles, the ether, the center being Eden, and the rings of life, Dante's Inferno. Told me I would enjoy this. I've saw this book a few times. I've never read it. I won't read because reading takes energy, but these are books that I will read, and I have both of them done in the next month. And again, I do my own personal observation. Here's my own soul future notes after notes that I take notes, that I sit and I study, and I full all of these up. All of this is mine. I full all of these up with information. I take them down. I jot things down. I can teach y'all the science of the Pokemon. Sciences of the Pokemon. Somebody take a drink, they go out, have fun. I empty these, clean them out, and I use them as chemical test tube. You can do your own observation. I got a new lens on my microscope. You can do your own observations. I talk about solar beings. I study robots. All right. And I take it even back basic. I have things like this to place the blocks in. That's geometry. I say this to say, use your own mind. I use my own mind. So future matches a lot of what the intellects are saying, but I do it out of my own cosmology, and I teach y'all that everything come out of cosmology. Just use your mind. The first being anything had to think. They had to think. There was no book. He had to put his thoughts into a book. You put your thoughts into a book, okay? I'm just doing this. I had this. This was here maybe about 2 weeks ago, but I'm just counting the days that it takes the water to dissipate from the glass. That's just an experiment, all right? Welcome to Soul Future. I love you guys. Thank you, and I'm glad y'all went through with me with the faces, but those are the faces of life. Don't be fooled by the faces of life. Wolves in sheep clothing. It could be a good person smiling, could be a wolf. It could be a wolf, just can't help being a wolf, but they really mean well. Don't know how can't help how they look or how they came off to somebody. You have to control the energies, and you have to know the energies of the world. Welcome to Soul Future. I am that new energy for you to follow.